Saturday Night Live premiered in October 1975, and right off the bat, it was a bit of a mess. Critics in New York and beyond called it uneven, which was pretty polite for what on earth is this? Sure, there were some hits like commercial parodies, but there were also serious misses. Case in point, The Land of Gorge, a sketch where Jim Henson's Muppets explored adult themes in a fictional wasteland. That one wasn't exactly winning any Emmys. But amid all the chaos, there was one sketch that showed a glimmer of what SNL would become. In the sketch, Dan Aykroyd and Garrett Morris break into a couple's home attempting to sell them a security system. Meanwhile, the rest of the show felt like a fever dream. One of the premiere sketches, Bee Hospital, had male cast members playing bee fathers who were introduced to their bee children by bee nurses. People in bee costumes acting like they were at a hospital. The audience didn't know whether to laugh or question their life choices, and NBC took note. According to Live from New York, the network's only note to Lorne Michaels after the first episode was, "No more bees." But you can't stop a creative genius, and Michaels brought the bees back for a cameo in episode 2.
I'm really sorry, the bees number is cut. What?
Aw, shucks.
It didn't work. Last week it's cut, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And so the bees persisted. They made 11 appearances that first season, growing more absurd each time. But the audience started to laugh, more out of confusion than genuine enjoyment.
That's right, gringo. The killer bees!
By then, the Killer Bees had become an iconic SNL disaster, proving that sometimes a bad idea doesn't kill the show. It kind of makes it better. Fast forward to today, and bad sketches are still a major part of SNL experience. The magic of SNL isn't just the greatness, it's the chaos, the mistakes, and the sheer unpredictability. Some bad sketches are so gloriously terrible, they become electric to watch, like Gallbladder Surgery from the December episode hosted by Chris Rock. In this sketch, Rock plays a surgeon who's trying to tell Sarah Sherman's nurse, Leslie, that she's marked down the wrong organ for removal from a patient. But instead of clarity, we get a whole lot of awkwardness. Sherman, channeling her best Kristen Wiig impersonation, asks if everyone hates her, and then asks for a hug. No one knows what's going on, and the sketch only goes downhill until Adam Sandler's character, the patient, sprays everyone with fake blood. It's a masterclass in what could possibly go wrong, and the live audience eats it up.
But every workplace needs a Leslie. Yeah, everyone needs a Leslie. Every workplace needs a Leslie. One annoying coworker to rag on.
Sure, the sketch itself might be a mess of misplaced lines and weird technical issues, but the audience's energy gives it a pulse. Even if the jokes aren't landing, the chaos is its own kind of comedy. It's like watching a car crash, but you can't look away because you're pretty sure you're witnessing something spectacularly doomed.
I'm just gonna own it. I needed to charge my AirPods. Wait, are you guys mad at me?
Not every bad sketch lands in this amazing in its awfulness category. Take the 2014 Arguing Couple sketch, where Chris Rock and Leslie Jones play a bickering married couple getting ready to celebrate their anniversary. The premise? Rock is mad because Jones ordered an Uber and then got in the shower to avoid getting dirty while waiting. It sounds like a routine sketch idea, right? But it quickly devolves into confusion and awkward silence. There are no clear jokes, and the audience starts to get uncomfortable. The tension in the air is palpable, and not in a good way. You keep watching like it's a dark comedy experiment you didn't sign up for.
Break up, for God's sake, just get a divorce!
Then there's the episode from October 2008, which had high expectations. Sarah Palin was going to appear live after Tina Fey's iconic impression of her. The episode had it all: a hilarious cold open, a memorable MacGruber bit, and the entire audience in the palm of their hands. Everything was going swimmingly until the fart face sketch aired. In it, Will Forte, Bill Hader, and Josh Brolin play businessmen in a meeting where they call each other fart face over and over again. It's as funny as it sounds. At dress rehearsal, the sketch was already dead on arrival, but SNL decided to air it anyway. The result? absolute silence.
Oh, hello, Jerry.
Hello, fart face. Ready for the meeting?
It's the kind of thing where you can't believe it's still happening, yet you can't turn away. Despite all the flops, SNL's chaotic energy remains one of its most defining features. After all, what's the point of doing a live sketch show if everything runs like a well-oiled machine? It's the messiness, the unpredictability that makes SNL feel so electric, even when it's totally off the rails. Take the Beavis and Butthead sketch, where Kenan Thompson's professor gets distracted by two audience members who look like Beavis and Butthead. 3 minutes in, Heidi Gardner, who's playing the interview, loses it entirely, breaking character and laughing uncontrollably. It's one of those moments where you're not sure if it's even supposed to happen, but the energy of the screw-up makes it brilliant. According to YouTube, the most replayed part of the sketch is when Gardner loses it, turning an unpolished moment into pure gold. Ultimately, it's the chaos, the possibility of failure that makes SNL so thrilling. When a sketch or a moment does hit, it's like lightning in a bottle. Take the More Cowbell sketch from 2000. At dress rehearsal, it was a disaster, but by the time it aired, everything clicked. Will Ferrell squeezed into a shirt 2 sizes too small, Christopher Walken's I Gotta Have More Cowbell became iconic, and Jimmy Fallon couldn't keep a straight face.
Quit being so selfish, Gene.
The sketch's imperfection made it perfect. And that's the beauty of SNL. The unpredictability, the glorious disasters, and the electric vibe that turns every moment, good or bad, into something worth watching.